This, oh my god, was not planned. Honestly, I was not expecting to film this at all, and we're in my kitchen. This is usually a place that I film my Instagram stories, and quite frankly, I was going to get up in the morning and say all this stuff on camera on Instagram, but I'm trying to have a social media free week, and I also thought, I know there's a lot of people that are going to want to know my opinion. They're gonna want to see my reactions and stuff while I read Cora's new book. So today is actually the 15th in Australia, so it's the 14th for everyone else around the world pretty much. And last night at 12 o'clock in the morning, my phone vibrated and it woke me up from sleep, and I had been notified that Cora's book was on my Kindle because I did pre-order it. So in Australia, this doesn't happen with most authors, just a few, but usually with Cora's books, when she says it's going to be released on the 15th in the States, Australia, or anyone in the same time zone as us will get it earlier, which is great. So yeah, I started reading it last night. I'm only 23% in, and we'll get to all that in a minute. But yeah, I'm doing a reading vlog, like a review. I don't know what this is going to be. I'm just going to read this book, pop on camera when I have something to say. I might not do check-ins. I might just start the video like this and then tell you at the end. I have no makeup on. I just put a fresh layer of fake tan on, so if my skin looks weird, that's why. I'm home alone. My partner has gone away for a week, so I'm on my own, which is great. I love that for me. I woke up really late today. Usually I wake up between like 6:30 and 9, but today I woke up at 20 past 12 because I stayed up so late reading this. But yes, I'm gonna make a coffee. I gotta sit down and do a few things, and then I'm gonna get into reading. I'm also gonna go down the shops and get something to eat because I'm hungry and I don't really have any food here. And I don't cook. So, that's what happens. Okay, by sin, I rise. I've got a lot to say, and I just want to state, like, I love Cora's books. We know this. My channel is very Cora based. Every time I talk Mafia, I talk about her books. The Born in Blood is the first series. Then we have the spin-off called the Kimora Chronicles. And I love them both equally. The Kimora a little bit more. And actually this past weekend, I did a reread of a bunch of the Kimora Chronicles, which I kind of regret doing now because this has come out. But anyway, so I was pumped for this series, which is the Sins of Our Fathers series, because it is a next generation spin-off series from the Born in Blood and the Kimora, if you didn't know already. And this is the first book. This is Marcella's book, which is Luca and Arya's daughter. Now, even though I love Cora, her books, I am brutally honest when it comes to reviews, when it comes to her books specifically. And I will be with this series as well. But I do want to take note, like, I understand how hard writing a book is. And I know it's not easy, and there is a lot of pressure, especially with Cora, because she's created, like, a world that so many people are obsessed with. The expectations have risen with this series, and she has to meet them, otherwise she's going to have a lot of disappointed readers, and her readers are very vocal with what they want with her books. So this book is about Marcella, who is the firstborn child of Luca and Arya. I will say now, before I go into depth, that I am already 23% in, and I am disappointed with the structure, like how she has set up Marcella and how she's set up this story, and I'll elaborate on that. With all the other books, even though they all intertwine, they're separate series, and you can kind of pick up a book from the Born in Blood or the Kimora and read it without reading the others, and you'll be okay. I do always suggest reading the whole series because you get a richer story. There's underlining plots. All the characters have little interactions and relationships with each other through both series. With this book, if you have not read the first two series, then you won't really understand these characters as much as someone who has. And I feel like you might be really confused. I feel similar to my review of Fragile Longing. I felt like if you hadn't read Twisted Pride, you won't enjoy Fragile Longing, or you may come across at times you're confused. I feel like this is the same. It hasn't gripped me the way other mafia stories have. I'm feeling it's a little slow. And the one thing that's keeping me immersed in this book is the fact that it's Luca and Arya's daughter. And that is not a good sign. I'm just going to be honest, that is not a good sign. This feels like not a new series. Even though it's the children grown up, it just feels like an extension of the parents' stories so far. And I don't particularly like that. I was really expecting Marcella to be like a queen bee, like she runs shit, yeah? She's a boss-ass bitch with a lot of things to fucking say. Her dad is giving her leeway and is giving her the opportunity to change the mob world. And I'm not getting that. I'm finding her very similar to her mum at this present stage in the book. She is quite whiny. She doesn't have like the go about her that I particularly wanted and thought she was going to have. She's a bit sooky. She's unliked in the mob world because she's considered a princess. And instead of like owning the fact that she's a princess, she kind of cowers. And, you know, she doesn't want to fuck up her grades because, you know, she has to be perfect and all this type of stuff. And I just don't like that. I don't like that. I was expecting someone that was going to not give a flying fuck, that was going to run shit, own shit, change the mob world. Someone that was going to stand up to their father. Someone that had a little bit of guts in her. And so far, 20% in, she doesn't. Now, again, it's very early. My opinions and shit can definitely change. Maybe Cora has gone into this book wanting to create more character development in a slower pace. That quite possibly could be the reason. Luca has been in the book a little bit and I don't like how he has been written. He's so different to like the books about him. And obviously that was going to happen. He's a lot older now. He has children. Him and Arya have been married for a long time now. But like, yeah, he's too much of a pushover when it comes to his daughter. And I just don't like that. The love interest is Maddox. Now, if you've read Arya and Luca's books, which are bound by honor and bound by love, you would know that there was an incident with Luca. And this is what I mean. Like, it's too intertwined. It's too close to the original series. It's not its own book. And that's really throwing me off. But if you've read that, you know that Luca and Arya had a moment where their relationship was in a bad place. And Luca went on a murder spree. And he slaughtered, I should say, an MC club. Now, Maddox is grown now. But he saw this happen when he was a child and his family got murdered. So he has this vendetta, right? He wants to get Luca back. And that's where he comes into the story. There's this, I don't want to give anything away. There may be spoilers in this. But he is coming after Marcella to get revenge, yeah? So far, I'm not feeling anything for Maddox. He is just boring to me. I'm skimming past his chapters. I don't really care about what he has to say. He doesn't have the energy and the air about him that all the other heroes Cora has written. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have the same, like, ego. He doesn't have the same personality. He's not an alpha and he doesn't have a lot of power. Yes, he is going to be president of the MC Club one day. That's nowhere near now. And even his attraction to Marcella, because she's a very beautiful woman. Like, she's very petite, pale skin. You know, she's got beautiful, bold, natural red lips, piercing blue eyes, straight, black, lengthy hair. Like, she's very stunning. And And when he talks about his attraction for her, when he's like eyeing her and following her and stuff, it's too like, I don't know. It's kind of insty. It's not insta love, but it's insta attraction. But a bit too much. Like he's instantly like, oh, when I saw her eyes, I just imagined them pinned to mine while I fuck her. And it's like, you literally just looked at her. Calm down. Calm down. I personally believe that when men look at you and find you attractive, it's not the first initial thing they think like, I can't wait to stick my dick in you. No, it's more like, fuck, those eyes are, they're blue. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a bit much there. This is the thing. I feel like if I didn't have the nostalgia, if I didn't have the connection to the past series, to this series, and this was like a brand new, something completely different, and I didn't know these characters already, I would probably DNF this book, and that hurts my heart. And, you know, if Cora comes across this, I doubt that she will. That doesn't mean her writing is bad. That doesn't mean her plotting is bad. That doesn't mean that the idea for this story isn't bad. It's just, it's missing something. It's missing something. Also, already in the 20%, I've noticed that there's certain things about the mob lifestyle that have been skimmed over, and it's not as gritty and just like bad mafia vibes like the other stories have. I'm not trying to compare the two, or compare all three of them together, because even The Boy in Blood, even though that's very connected to the Kimura, it's very different as well, and it has a different aesthetic and it has a different vibe. I was just expecting a little more. I didn't have super high expectations because I was slightly disappointed with Twisted Cravings. Her recent releases have disappointed me, so I didn't want to hold this one too high. But I just don't quite understand where this is going. I know this is part one, and I'm afraid. I'm afraid that the story is going to get good at the end, and it's going to hook me, and then I'm going to have to wait for part two. If that's the case, and that's what I've heard from a lot of people that have already read the arc, I'm concerned. And I feel like this could have been condensed already. Like, I feel like the first 20%, there's some scenes that have taken place that I'm just like, why? That doesn't even need to be in the book. So 23% in, this is how I'm feeling. Things are starting to happen. Marcella, spoiler alert, has been kidnapped by Maddox and the MC Club. So that's where we're at. And even with that little incident that unfolded, Marcella was so blasé about it. She didn't really kick up a stink. She's kind of just being real snobby towards them. She's scared, but not really. And she's just like, my dad's going to kill you. And I just don't like that vibe. Like, she's meant to be a woman now, and she's meant to be her own. So I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be what I want. I don't think it's going to be what I want. I don't know if I'm going to end up enjoying it after the 23%. I don't know if this is going to put a damper on the rest of the series. So far, the book that I'm most excited for is Greta and Amo. So Cora has released who is going to be whose couple, and Greta is going to be with Amo, Remo's daughter with Luca's son. I'm ready for that. I just don't know about Marcella. It's the middle of the fucking night, like as in 7 o'clock at night. And I'm gonna update you. I never like film at night, and especially in my kitchen. Stop it. I've just hit the halfway mark. If I look really dark, I need to wash my fake tan off soon. I think I'm about 55% into the book. I've got 2 hours left of reading. I don't know, baby. I don't know how I feel about this book. I don't really care for it. I'm stating facts. It's starting to get good now, and Maddox and Marcella's relationship is sexy and it's steamy and stuff, but it's just, I don't see the romance. To me right now, it's just lust. Marcella's annoying as fuck. I'm just saying it now. She's not what I expected. She's not what I wanted. She's starting to like get some guts about her, like the guts that I wanted her to have at the beginning, but to wait until halfway through the fucking book for that has really, really annoyed me. I don't like how Cora's written the MC Club. This does not feel like a mafia book. It feels more like an MC book, but not even. It's so hard to explain because it's not, there's no heavy like MC or mafia plot going on. It's just kind of focusing on Marcella and Maddox and their lust for each other and the fact that they're stuck sleeping in a bed together. That's pretty much all that's going on. I'm not head over heels for Maddox either. Like, he sounds hot, like he's attractive, but there's nothing about him that's making me swoon, like, at all. There's nothing about this couple that is making me swoon. I don't know, baby. I am feeling so conflicted because I see the potential of what this book could be and I just don't know if it's going to bring it. I can see this being a banger and it's just not taking me there. Cora's not taking it there and I don't know what this is lacking, but it's lacking something. This is part 1. I'm 50% in and I'm feeling like, I reckon the book could have started with this vibe at the beginning. You know what I mean? I don't know. Some people may read this and love it. Right now, it's not my favorite. Definitely not my favorite of the year. Definitely not my favorite book from Cora. We still got halfway to go, baby. Marcella is so conceited. It's ridiculous. Like, she's not a boss-ass bitch. And this is the thing with confidence. A lot of authors don't get it when they're writing a female. You can be a confident boss-ass bitch, right? Know that you look good. Know that you run shit. But you don't have to be conceited and fucking rude. And I feel like Marcella's like, every man wants to eat my vagina because it's perfection. Like, that's her vibe. And I'm like, okay, bitch, you need to be punched in the fucking face. You need to be punched in the face and fucking knocked off your high horse and you need to get a reality check, okay? But yeah, I don't fucking know. It's not what I expected. It's not terrible, but it's just not my vibe. We'll see what the rest of the book does, okay? And then I'll update you. Alright? I'm just trying to process this book and how it's been written and like everything else. I like it. I do like it. Just, I feel like the beginning could have been shifted a little bit, condensed more. I know that this is a part 1 and it's funny because it feels like a pre-book before another book. You know how in the Born in Blood you have Bound by Honor, but then before Bound by Honor you have Luca's book? This kind of feels like that. This book, part 1, feels like Marcella's like story, like how she develops into who she needs to be, and then the story kicks off. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like now that I've read a little bit more, and what percent am I at? Let me have a look. I'm now at 65% and I feel like it's good. It's good right now. And if this tone started at the start, it would have been such a fucking banger. It would have been such a good book. But because the first fucking 65% was the way it was, it kind of took away from the actual story. I don't know if this is making sense. But like, there's stuff going on now. Like, something's going on with Marcella. Luca, I just read Luca's chapters because I do know that each father is going to have chapters as well. And now I'm feeling it. I've seen Amo. Amo's not a little boy anymore. He's ready to kill. He's ready to become a man. He's coming after his sister. Like, there's all this stuff going on and I'm like, oh yeah, baby, this is what I wanted. But just the first 65%. Like, sorry, what? It could have been done so much, I don't want to say better because it's not bad. It's just, it was really slow. Really fucking slow. And I don't think the beginning was necessary to have it the way that it is. I reckon it could have been condensed. It could have been rearranged. Some more editing could have happened. And then she wouldn't have had to make it a part 1 and 2. Because Cora posted online saying, oh, you know, I'm not done with Marcy and Maddox's story. I've got so much to tell, so it's going to be a part 1 and part 2. If she just condensed the first half of this book and made and put part 2 with this book, I already know that it would have been so much better. I don't like the splitting of the book. I don't like how it's part 1 and part 2, and I haven't even got to the end. So, yeah. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Ignore me, bitch. I don't look good. I don't fucking look good. I'm so, like, low-key pissed off, but low-key happy at the same time. Because, alright, after the last check-in, it got good, baby. Like, I really loved the arse end of this book. So from like 65% to the end, loved it. Loved it so much. Like, Marcella became the bitch that I fucking wanted from the beginning. Oh my god, I'm ready for part 2. I'm ready for part 2 right now. But this is the problem. I really fucking feel like I'm pacing around my house. I really fucking feel like this part 1, part 2 shit didn't have to be a fucking thing. I really believe that the first half of this book could have been condensed down, and the part 2 didn't need to happen. I'm certain of it. I'm certain of it. I'm certain of it. I feel like if she just condensed the beginning of the book and made it the vibe that it was at the end of the book the whole way fucking through, and then added the part 2 to one book, it would have made such a fucking difference. Oh my god. Oh my god. Because at the end, guys, I don't want to give away spoilers, but so much happens after 65%. Like, you see Growl again. Mateo is so involved with Marcy. Aria is involved with her daughter. Like, everyone's there. Amo has changed so much. Like, his character really develops in the arse end of the book. It's like a family fucking affair. What I wanted the first half to be, baby. What I wanted the first half to be, baby. I marked it 4 stars. I just want you to be wary going into it that it's not going to be what you're expecting. That is fact. It's not going to be what you're expecting. But have patience. I've said it too many times, but I just truly believe that it could have been set up a little bit differently at the start. I don't believe that the pace that she wrote it at should have been written at that pace, if that makes sense. I know she was aiming for this like long kind of slow character development with Marcella, which we got. We saw her turn from this like caged girl that was a bit sooky into this boss-ass bitch that's going to be doing amazing things in the mafia. Again, no spoilers. Like, I get why she did that, but it just didn't grip me at the start. I still stand by everything I said at the start, as in, if you haven't read the other series, this book won't, it won't feel the same way. Like, you have to read the other series. You really do, to get the full effect of this book, which I'm not mad at because I'm a massive fan, obviously. I did really like it after 65%, okay? I really did like it after 65% because it gave me everything I wanted. The sex was amazing between Maddox and Marcella. I wasn't a fan of him at the start, and I'm still not a huge fan of him now. Like, he's not my favorite hero that I've read. Absolutely not. Did I expect someone better for her? Absolutely. But because she's the character that she is, I don't think it would work if she had a super alpha, like, she couldn't be with someone like her father, because Marcy is her father. I don't know what else to say. This has been a very long vlog. There's been a lot of check-ins. I don't know when the second book comes out, but I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. I don't know. At the start, I was really like, oh, what the fuck, Cora? We need to have a discussion, bitch. But now it's different, baby. Now I've got all my faith in Cora. And she also set up this other thing in the book. And I have a feeling it's going to connect to all the other stories. Stop. Like, I have seen on Cora's Facebook page that Greta, Remo, and Serafina's daughter has a thing for adopting, like, dogs. And at the end of By Sin I Rise, Marcy goes to a dog shelter that Growl has opened up. Him and Kara own this dog shelter. Focus on me. As I was saying, yeah, Kara and Growl have opened up this dog shelter, and yeah, I know that Greta's going to be into dogs, so I have a feeling that this dog shelter and Growl and Kara are going to pop up again in the series to do with the Kimura. I don't know. This is just me just running shit off my head. Okay, welcome to my bedroom, bitch. I'm just fucking thinking of shit that can connect to all the other stories. That's gonna make no sense because because Marcy was like captive with a bunch of dogs in a dog kennel. Anyway, I've said too much. I really did enjoy the book. I wanna say around 50% is when things started picking up, and I was like, okay. And then when it hit 65%, bang. The rest of the book was brilliant, loved it, but just the start, it really fucked with me. But I'm not so disappointed that I'm like, I hate this book. Again, I'm gonna repeat myself. I just feel like there could have been some editing, there could have been some maneuvering with the earlier chapters, some scenes could have been taken out, things could have been really condensed down. We could have seen Marcy turn into who she is now a lot sooner, a lot quicker. It didn't need to have this really slow pace at the beginning, but it sets up book 2. And I think that's just like something that I don't know, I haven't really come across. I haven't read a book where part 1 is pretty much just setting up part 2. Like, you won't be able to read part 2 without reading this, but I feel like part 2 is going to be where the story is. Anyway, that's it for the vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below in the comments if you've read it, your opinions. Also, if you haven't read it, I want to know your opinions. Are you ready to read it? Are you nervous to read it? Are you waiting for part 2? I don't know. If you want to see more reviews like this, where I just fucking read a book and check in, let me know in the comments below. Thumbs up this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go have a shower now and I don't know, read something else hopefully. I feel like I've got a little bit of a book hangover right now. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.